All right, so welcome to another video. Today, what we're going to do is take a look at how to be fearless buying your first stock trade. Now, you might be afraid of trading. You might be just getting started and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm afraid to get into my first stock position. And, I've been there and I see a lot of people doing it as well. And I've had this discussion with somebody earlier today in the mentoring program talking about how the fear of trading arises and just how to circumvent some of these things. So I'll share with you a little tip from one of the coaching sessions that I just recently had. So what we're going to do is going to pull up something from Mikhail Ciscombelli. This is known as the flow channel. So as we look into this, what you're looking at is basically the level of skill versus the level of challenge. So if you have a, let's say, mid-level skill, but then the challenge is really, really high, you're going to have some anxiety. And that's going to create a little problem. That's where the fear arises because your skill doesn't match up with the number of shares you're trading or the capital you have on the deck. So what you want to be is kind of matching up your level of skill with the challenge, and then you'll be in this flow channel. So that's how it kind of works. So what I want to really get into here with you is give you a little bit of a step-by-step guide on how to do this. So step one is buy something you know and can relate to, and something that is stable. So again, I'm not going to suggest a specific stock, but let's say, hey, you understand Facebook, or you understand Walmart or Home Depot or Target. All of these different companies you can understand and relate to. Okay, so that is kind of step one. Rather than trying to trade something new, something that's crazy, different, exciting, things that are being talked about, look for something stable because now you can relate to it. Okay, you understand it. You understand the behavior behind it. Okay, step two will be going in and looking at the cost of buying one share. And I'm talking about one single share. So if we go in and take a look at, let's just say something you can relate to. I'm going to go in and pull up Lowe's. One share will be $223 in this case. If I pull up, let's say, another stock like Starbucks, okay, so that'll be SBUX, that'll be $98.99 now dollars. Okay, so if we look at the cost of that, that's $99 for one share of Starbucks. Okay, so once we look at that, at buying the one share, okay, don't think about 100, don't think about 1,000, don't think about what you'll make and how much things you can buy. Look at one share. Then what we'll do is we'll take a look at the max loss with that position. So as we start looking at this, we're looking at the max loss that can happen with that position if your stock goes to zero. So if I go in and let's say buy one share of Starbucks for $98, and I go and pull it in, there is one share, okay, one share. And now we've got that position set up. And then I go ahead and click it. Okay, that one share will cost me, here's a confirmation dialog box. Okay, now the buying power effect is a little different just because depending on the account, let's switch it maybe to the IRA. Okay, that one share is going to cost me $98. So if this stock actually goes to zero, it's only going to cost me $98. So that's why I want you to think about the max loss in this potential. If your stock went to max loss or went to zero, how much are you going to lose? And that's what most people don't think about. So instead, they're focused on how much they can make. They go to 100 shares, 1,000 shares, 2,000 shares. They try to do some crazy numbers. And that starts to freak people out, especially if it goes against you. At the beginning, it doesn't because you're thinking about the positives. But later on, it freaks you out. And then you kind of get burned and you get stopped out, right? So instead, we look at what's going to be the max loss. And the thing is chances are Starbucks is not going to go to zero. And that's my point for you, is that you want to go ahead and choose, I got Starbucks, stable, liquid, I'm comfortable with it. And if I do one share, the most I can lose is $98. So this is how you get out of that fear of trading when not being afraid to put on the position. And then what you do is you go ahead, hit that confirm and send button, and send that order in. And then it might go in there, right there, boom, I got one share, and that's it. It's called a pilot position for me. So now you've got this kind of one share in there. And obviously, the larger the account and so on, you can do it on a simulated account as well at the beginning. But let's say the larger the account, the more trades and different things you'll have spread out all over the place, depending on your positions, what you're doing. You might have short positions and long positions. But the point is you might have, and look, I've even got one here on Walmart, okay, to look at. I've got one on Starbucks that we just did. So I've got all kinds of different positions there that are mixing around to be able to spread money and capital. And that's my point for you, is that, there's a lot of things you could do in trading, and you could put a large size position, but it's not about large positions. It's about getting over yourself, making sure that you can trade without fear, without being too afraid. And if you're trading too large, too fast, too soon, you're going to get yourself into some trouble. So anyways, use this tip and guideline and step-by-step process to really get yourself over the hurdle. Trade smaller and you'll be more at peace when it comes to your trading. And I hope this video helps you. And if it does, give a little thumbs up, and feel free to continue watching some of the other great videos I have. And you can also check out the other channel on the Traders Fly website and Traders Fly YouTube channel as well. All right, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.